Pimpin' ain't easy. And when it's a metaphor for playing dress up with motorcycle accessories, it ain't cheap either. But you can't just buy an adventure motorcycle and not put anything on it. Unless it's a Moto Guzzi Stelvio 1200 NTX, which came with engine guards, fog lamps, bash plate, heated grips, hand guards, center stand, luggage rack, and aluminum bags and mounting hardware. Stock. That was my last bike, and you got a lot for your money there. But it also weighed as much as a Neutron Star. My new Tenere 700 is the lightest mid-sized adventure bike you can buy, but also comes with none of those things except the bash plate and handguards. And the handguards, being flimsy plastic, have to be replaced anyway. So it's time to have a brief talk about the accessories for the T7, what I've added, what I still intend to add, what's worth having, and what I could do without. And as a channel side note, yes, I have bought a Harley Roadster as a second bike. I've been riding it, and so has Brooke, my wife, who went from riding a 300cc Honda to a 1200, which is 220 pounds heavier. How did that go? Stay tuned to the channel. Videos on that topic and other motorcycle stuff are on the way, so subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when they come out. Alright, first, let's just establish that the T7 is a very capable bike right out of the box. I had one as a loaner from Yamaha Canada for a week and ran it stock over all kinds of terrain. I subjected it to a lot of abuse and didn't even manage to break the crappy handguards. But when I got mine, I decided to armor it up to ensure that I don't destroy my brand new bike when I dump it on a trail somewhere. And I also threw on a few other things. I kept the stock bash plate even though many riders are replacing it right off the bat. Yes, it doesn't cover the side stand wiring or the rear shock linkage, but I'll stick with the stock one for now. I ride off-road but tend to keep to relatively tame terrain. The first modification I made didn't require any money. I loosened the bolts holding the front fender and raised it. The fender is adjustable so that you can make room underneath to clear mud stuck to your tires or mount bigger tires. If you're ever in mud deep enough to clog the fender, you'd better put more aggressive tires on this motorcycle, as the Scorpion Rally STRs are definitely not made for mud that deep. With the fender in the upper position, you have space to put some truly chunky tires on your T7. The second modification is also free. I took the rubber inserts out of my pegs for better bite on the soles of my boots. A lot of reviewers have wished for wider pegs, but I find the stock ones satisfactory. Taking out the inserts has increased vibration in the pegs, but still has not made it severe, and my boot's traction on the pegs is much improved for off-road riding. After those initial modifications, I bought a couple of non-Yamaha accessories, both going on the handlebars. First were the Bark Busters with aluminum protection for the levers. Bark Busters are super high quality and come with many sizes of replaceable plastic shields. I went with the Storms, which are the biggest. This is Canada and it gets cold here, so I need max wind protection. It is necessary to remove the stock weights before installing the Bark Busters. The handguards come with their own weights, but I did notice slightly more vibration without the stock ones. Nothing too concerning and not a deal breaker, but when the bike accelerates there's some buzzing in the hands. Another addition to the handlebars were the 5-way adjustable Oxford heated grips. Yamaha offers its own heated grips, which look a lot more integrated than the Oxfords. But I've heard other testers complain that the top setting on those isn't warm enough to feel through thick gloves. Well, in Canada we don't mess around with weak sauce heated grips. My Moto Guzzi had lukewarm grips and left me wishing for more when the weather got really cold. Not a problem with the Oxfords. The middle setting is hotter than my Stelvio's top setting. And you can cook on the top setting with the Oxfords. Definitely Canada certified. Then I went to the Yamaha parts catalog to protect the bike in the wild. I got the rad protector in case a rock popped up there, and the aluminum chain guard to replace the cheap plastic one. I also added the crash guards to protect the fairing in the likely event of a drop. They add weight, but it's better to pay for them now than to have to order plastic fairings and then the crash bars. I ordered the center stand for ease of maintenance and also in case I have to fix a flat in the middle of nowhere. This item was the biggest pain in the butt to install, but makes my chain cleaning so much easier that it was totally worth the effort and the extra weight. Finally, I went with the aluminum bags, which came with the mounting hardware. They mount very securely to the bike and look great, and I'm glad I bought them. I like the Yamaha stamped into the side. They're a good size, although one of them is smaller to accommodate the muffler. They also don't make the bike too wide, and they look sweet in the aluminum finish. However, I do have one problem with them and wish I'd known about it when ordering. They don't come with locks. You heard that correctly. You have to buy the locks separately. I didn't, because coming from a bike that came with everything already on its stock, I thought that all aluminum saddlebags came with locks, silly me. Quite frankly, it's ridiculous that they don't. Yamaha definitely tries to nickel and dime their customers here, which I don't like at all. That's Harley's job. The T7 is supposed to deliver value to the customer, so throw in some locks with your saddlebags, for crying out loud. Who buys aluminum bags and not the locks? One reason why I chose hard bags over the soft ones was because I wanted my drone and camera equipment protected when I ride. I also wanted to know that my gear is safe in the bags when I leave my bike to grab a bite or a coffee. I would have gladly paid the extra $100 for those bags to come with locks. As it stands, not only could someone walk off with the contents of my bags, they could walk off with the bags themselves because they don't lock to the mounting hardware. Not cool. So after my order came in and I bolted on the gear, I realized that I neglected to order a couple of things I was pretty sure I wanted. One was a headlight protector. The stock headlight on the T7 looks fantastic. It's one of the things that clearly distinguishes this bike from other middleweight bikes in this segment. I want to keep it looking good, so I'm going to shield it from branches and other hazards. I'm also going to get the Yamaha chain guide to keep sticks from derailing the chain. One day I'd also like to get a slip-on to improve the sound a bit. I want a deep rumble, but nothing obnoxious, so if you have a good suggestion, please leave it in the comments. Nothing too loud though, I don't want the neighbors to hate me. Finally, you may have noticed that I've left out a rear rack. This item costs over $400 Canadian, and the luggage mounting hardware provides lots of places where I can bungee down a dry bag to the back seat. I'll hold off until I really need it. That time may never come. So the bike is coming along and I've put some miles on it both on and off road. Stay tuned for some more content as I get to know it better. I'll be taking it on some adventures and doing a long-term owner's review soon. Also, my wife Brooke is looking to trade in her Honda CB300F for a dual sport so she can go adventuring with me. Being a Honda girl, she's had her eye on a CRF 250L. But Kawasaki is introducing a whack of new models on November 23rd, and rumored among them is a new KLX 300. Could be that Kawasaki steals her away from Honda, if they offer the bike in something other than camo and Kawi green. How about a nice red? So stay tuned for that, more on the T7 and also the new Hog. I'll tell you how I got over $3,000 off MSRP on a new Harley Davidson. Happy pimpin', my friends. If you're interested in any of the gear that Brooke and I wear or use, or the camera equipment we use to film this channel, the links are below. Everything listed there was bought with our own money and we are not sponsored by any company. However, the links below are affiliate links and the channel is paid a small amount for referring you to shop at no additional cost to you. We do not recommend any products that we are not satisfied with ourselves, but we do strongly urge you to do your research and select the correct size for items like helmets and clothing. As always, thanks for watching, your support is greatly appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. And whatever you ride, enjoy it. Wave at other bikers no matter what they're riding. We're all part of a brotherhood and sisterhood. Keep the rubber side down, shiny side up, and may the spokes be with you.